Listen to a discussion in a physical education class. The participants are talking about jumping in sports.
The largest and strongest muscles in the body are in the hips, legs, and torso. These are the ones that give the most power to your total body movements. We have discussed the development of training methods for these muscles, especially those used for jumping. Many sports require a large repertoire of jumping skills. In such sports, players must respond in a variety of ways to different situations that occur in the course of the game or activity. For example, think about a volleyball player who may have to jump immediately after landing from a previous jump. Now, certain other sports require highly specialized types of jumping. Can you think of any particular sport in which a specialized type of jumping is required? Yes, Susan.
High jumping would require the same kind of jump to be repeated over and over.
So would a long jump. And what about a high dive? Would that be considered a kind of specific jump? I mean, a diver has to practice the same kind of movement in jumping off the board, right?
Yes, Bill, that's right. To perfect these sport-specific moves, an athlete has to repeat the motion literally thousands of times to ingrain its pattern into the subconscious memory of movement. This repetition strengthens the muscles so that the movement can be performed with less effort, more power, and often greater speed. Most athletes work their leg muscles hard in their fitness program, but they tend to neglect their arm muscles. Arms are at least as important as legs when it comes to carrying through a jumping motion. So why is it a mistake for athletes to neglect these muscles when training?
Well, one reason an athlete trains is to reduce the risk of injury by strengthening muscles, bones, joints, and connective tissue. I suppose this is just as important a consideration for the arms as it is for the legs.
Also, the motions of the arms can increase the effectiveness of a jump. So even though the arms aren't the actual muscles used in the jump, having strong arms could improve one's ability to perform the required sports skills.
What is the class discussion mainly about? Why does the professor bring up the topic of arm muscles in a discussion about jumping? The professor mentions volleyball as an example of which of the following? According to the professor, what can an athlete do to improve efficiency of movement? What is probably true about training methods to improve jumping in different sports? Based on the discussion, classify the training requirements for the sports that are illustrated.